Hola, chicos. I bet you're happy I'm not there. Anyways, let's go over the notes. So write in the blanks as you see them or as you know them. Este es Pablo y esta es Claudia. Pablo es un chico y Claudia es una chica. So Pablo y Claudia. Hola, Pablo dice, hola, me llamo Pablo. Mi amiga es Claudia. Somos estudiantes blank Puebla, Mexico. Well, two questions. What is somos and what's the word for in? Somos, we are, estudiantes en Puebla, Mexico. Me gusta blank a clase blank. What's the word for to arrive? And what's the word for early? To arrive and early. Me gusta llegar a clase temprano. Claudia, what's the phrase that means what time is it? Claudia, ¿qué hora es? ¿A qué hora son mis clases? At what time are my classes? Tengo muchas clases. Now there's an S missing here. Not sure why it didn't show up or it's not there, but there should be an S. So go ahead and write an S because this should say Tengo muchas clases. I have a lot classes. And the three classes we're going to use for the example are matemáticas, ciencias, and historia. La clase de matemáticas. This just means math class. We in Spanish write it the long way, like most of the things. We don't just say matemáticas and then clase like we do in English. We say la clase de matemáticas, which translates to the class of math. Yes, I know, you hate it, but that's the way that it is in Spanish. So let's not spend more time on that. La clase de matemáticas es blank blank. All we want to do here is write this time of the day, which is 7 in the morning. So what's the phrase for at 7 in the morning? La clase de matemáticas es a las 7 de la mañana. La clase de ciencias es a blank de la mañana. Well, if we look at the time, it's not exactly 8. It's 8, 5, 10. It's 8:10. So what's the phrase for 8:10? La clase de ciencias es a las 8:10 de la mañana. This is how we write our time in Spanish. And we do use numbers, but because we're writing them today, the way we divide it is we say ocho y. We put this y. Instead of the colon, the dot dot, we don't put the dot dot, we put the e. Y días. So we divide the hour and the minute with an e. La clase de historia es blank blank. Well, what's the phrase that means at 12:30? La clase de historia es a las 12:30. Now, this word here is not a number. This does not mean 30 like we would have thought. This means half because 30 is half of the minutes for an hour. There's 60 minutes, so 30 is half. That's how we do it in Spanish. A las 12:30. Now you could, if you wanted to, say a las 12:30. You could say treinta, which is 30. But many of us that speak Spanish don't really use 30. We use y media. That's the way we like to say it, and that's the way most of us that speak Spanish say it. So, la clase de historia es a las 12:00, dividing the hour with the minutes, media, but is it in the morning or in the afternoon? Well, 12:30 is a little bit after lunch or during lunch, which means it's in the afternoon. So, the answer is a las 12:30 de la tarde. Blank, 8:10, 8:10, y tengo la clase de ciencias. What's the phrase that means? It is son las 8:10. It is 10, it is 8:10 y tengo la clase de ciencias. A Claudia blank le gusta blank. Two words that are missing. The first one is the word for always and the word for to answer. So what's the answers for always and to answer? A Claudia siempre, always, siempre le gusta contestar, to answer. A Claudia siempre, Claudia always le gusta contestar, likes to answer. Las preguntas del maestro. This is a funny word here. This just means questions, like the many questions I ask you every day. Preguntas, questions del maestro, from the teacher. Ella es muy inteligente. Like all of you. Like most of you. Yo, blank, estudiar mucho. Let's stop right there. Yo, what's the phrase that means to have to or have to? Yo tengo que, I have to, estudiar mucho. Y blank en la clase. Right here, we're missing the phrase that means to take notes. Y tomar apuntes. There we go. All right. Now go ahead and answer the questions on Classroom. Make sure that you are on task. Don't let the sub write your name because that will result in an admin D-Hall, which is an hour after school, and that's just a silly way to spend your after school. All right, hasta mañana.